I've been playing Outriders recently, and I gotta say, it's kind of enjoyable. I mean, it's a looter shooter. It's very similar to The Division. If you played that game, it plays almost identical with the exception of the classes having access to various magical abilities. But other than that, it's just like a generic looter shooter. So the question is like, why do I find it enjoyable? Well, the story is quite captivating. I love the idea of exploring a new planet. I love what they did with the lore. It's very immersive. So that's the reason that I liked it so far. That is to say, I like it when I'm able to play it, because the servers are crashing non-stop. 24/7, the servers are down. So obviously, because of that, a lot of people are upset. A lot of people don't understand why is it that if I pay money for a product, I'm not getting the product in exchange. And it's getting review bombed on Steam. A lot of people are voicing their concerns. And here you have what I like to consider the problem with the video gaming community and why it is okay for game developers and game publishers to do whatever they want with their pay piggies, which are the customers. It's because of people like this. It's because the consumer cannot have any advocacy and we don't have anyone to speak for our interests. But when it comes for the interests of the publishers, you get the journalists, the publisher themselves, the shills, and even other members from the community speaking on behalf of the sacred publisher. Heaven forbid you criticize a publisher. Like, who the hell do you think you are to criticize a multi-million-dollar corporation, huh? Because you get chuckleheads like this guy on Steam defending the multi-million-dollar shareholders. I'm going to read something to you, and you're going to find it very familiar. Because this individual you've seen on various forums with different names, with different faces, but often the similar message. So the first thing he does is calling people entitled. Like, can you believe this? Entitlement. Like, you go to a job, you work hard, you drop your blood and your sweat into your job, and then with the money that you got from your job, you purchase a game. And you feel as if you're entitled for a working product. How dare you? Don't you feel so stupid now? Don't you feel absolutely ridiculous for feeling entitled, expecting a working product for your buck? You are entitled people who spend all their time on their phones and social media most likely and believe every word spouted on those platforms like mindless parasites. Okay, you understand this? If you're a consumer and you don't like the game, you're a mindless parasite. Coming from another consumer, like I doubt that this guy is on the shareholder of the company. I doubt like he's actually getting money. Or maybe he is, like Amazon did hire an army of trolls. I mean, at this point, anything is possible. Like maybe this is the corporation doing astroturfing and damage control. But like, I don't think that if the corporation would pay people to defend it, would call other consumers mindless parasites. Are you gonna work on a game for 20 plus years to make the game absolutely perfect? It's like, listen here, you chucklehead. There are other companies publishing games that are working on day one. And they don't work 20 years. I don't give a fuck about excuses. I literally do not care what your excuses are. I pay money for a product. I expect a working product. Is this too much to ask? Apparently it is. Are you going to spend a ton of money? You don't have to make the game perfect. Here is my opinion. Yes, a guy that calls me and you, if you purchase the game, mindless parasites, has a very valuable opinion to share with us. Developers spend several years developing a game, sometimes nearly a decade. They only have very few Q&A testers, so help me if you don't know who they are or what they get the heart out of forums. And funds to pay them with every project has a limit to funds. Now, our job as early adopters of said game, that's how they call you, okay? They don't call you a customer, you're an early adopter of said game, is to give the developers feedback and a list of all the problems we have encountered. Dude, I'm not being paid to beta test, you fucking moron. I am not getting paid for this. Like, this to me is a business transaction, okay? I work hard for super chats. This is what I do. And with that money, my hard-earned money, I pay the Romanian government. I pay to Patreon. I pay to PayPal. I pay to the banks. and then I get some measly cash in return that I might spend on a video game. And I expect it to work. I'm not there to beta test for the company. You know, the multi-million-dollar corporation can cut some marketing funding and maybe involve more money into making sure that the product is working on day one. Like, holy crap. And by the way, like, again, this type of person is not just one individual. Like, you see these messages pop up every single time a game is broken. Every single time a product is not functioning. I'm not calling them fanboys. I'm calling them mentally deficient because of them, you constantly get these bad products. I mean, if I was a publisher and I notice that I push a bad product on the market and morons buy it, why would I even try to improve the next product? I would be like, well, it doesn't matter what I do. If I keep pushing broken stuff, like, the idiots are going to buy it, the pay piggies are going to buy it, and they're going to ask for more. They're going to get more. And the gaming community is never going to improve. That's why we get shafted. Did you notice that the movie goers don't get this shit? Like, they don't get a broken movie, and then they're like, hey, you know what? Maybe we're going to call you again at the cinema next week so you can see the full product. You know, when you download a movie, you don't have action scenes missing, or like parts with the special effects cut off and just the green screen behind it. And then maybe they're going to patch the movie 20. They're not doing that. No other industry does this. It's just the gaming industry that does it. Even with products, like, you don't get a broken version of Windows when you buy it, right? You get a functioning version. What is it, like, this nonsense? Even your phone, like, when you buy a phone, do you have, like, broken software on it? And they're like, oh, well, whoops, you know, you shouldn't have expected the new Apple product to function on day one. You shouldn't expect the new Apple XXX to function on X1, did you? You don't get that because, you know, those people respect themselves. You push a bad product on them, they're not going to buy it. They're going to go to your competitor. My God, like, it's so annoying, you know, like, I'm not even going to read the rest of this garbage. It really upsets me. It upsets me because this person is a consumer, okay? Like, he's a customer. He's a customer to a business. This is not charity. This is not, you know, me caring about the game developer. I mean, the game developer provides me entertainment. You know, that's it. He's not providing me food. He's not providing me water. He's not the old lady that goes up the mountain carrying like 4 buckets of water for the entire village. I don't give a shit about the hurdle they're going through if you're putting it like this. Like, by the way, if you're a game developer, listen to me. If you're developing games, this person is your enemy. Right here, this guy is your, it makes the community dislike you. And I know you didn't do anything wrong. All right, like I know you didn't do anything wrong. You're looking at this like, V, what are you on about? I know you're not the problem. But this guy makes it very difficult for the consumer to have a connection and understand the plight when you're crunching, when you're doing hard stuff. Like, this guy, the way he speaks, it's almost as if he speaks on behalf of you. Like, he represents you. And this is why other gamers look at this and they're like, game developers, evil people. So this is what I said. You know, this is the cancer infecting gaming communities. I have spent my hard-earned money on this game. Money that I have gathered with blood and sweat from my job. Seriously, it's 9. You know, my girlfriend is sitting alone watching a movie, not with me, without me. Why? Because I'm here. I am here with you guys to entertain. That's what I do. That's what I do. So when I do when I get the money, and by the way, like, I understand, like, my money isn't that hard to get. I mean, I'm not a bricklayer, all right? I don't work in the sewage industry. Like, there are other jobs more difficult than me. So this is why I understand that the money that other people have is hard to come by. So they need to be respected when they purchase a product. I am sorry if you think it's unacceptable that I expect a working product in exchange for my financial compensation. But I do, and I don't care about excuses. No other industry gives the paying customer a broken product and then blames the customer for complaining. Seriously, name me the industry. I'll wait. Name me any other industry besides the gaming industry where this thing can happen. I have no idea why we put up with developers and mentally deficient people like the opening poster who thinks a business is a charity, but all I can hope is that people like him will keep getting broken products from now on. You know, because I know I'm not changing the industry, but at least I know that this guy is suffering along with the rest of us. There's a Romanian expression, which is, I hope the neighbor's goat dies as well. No, seriously, like, it's a very interesting expression, right? Because if your goat dies, You can't bring it back to life. You can't resurrect it. But if the neighbor's goat dies, then he's suffering too. I don't know why it's a Romanian expression. It is. All right? Don't question it. It exists. And I have this mindset right now. If I'm getting broken products, this guy, XX Shadow Legacy XX, should get broken products as well. Everyone should get broken products, not just me. I'm going to do a live stream now. I hope you like this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And I'll see you. Again, live stream on my channel right after this. Tune in. I'll see you guys there.